She kissed him goodbye and told him she was going to visit her family for a week, 600 kilometers away. But 3 days later, he spotted her, laughing on a patio with her ex, as if he didn't exist. He didn't scream. He didn't argue. He just took the picture and made a plan she never saw coming. If you've ever been lied to, betrayed, or made to feel like a fool by someone who thought they could get away with it, this story is going to hit deep. Hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in, because this revenge is as cold as it is brilliant. At the time, my friend, let's call him Mark, was living with his girlfriend of 3 years. Let's call her Jess. They shared a small but cozy apartment, and like a lot of couples, they hit a rough patch. Communication was rocky. Intimacy had faded. Jess was distant, irritable. But Mark was trying. He wanted to fix it. Counseling, compromise, quality time. He brought up everything. But Jess, she had a different solution. One day, she packed a small suitcase and said, "I'm going to visit my family for a week. I just need space." Mark gave her a sad smile, kissed her goodbye, and watched her drive off. He wanted to believe her. Needed to. 3 days later, everything changed. Mark had taken a half day off work, just needed some air. He stopped by a local cafe in town, a place with a patio facing the street. And as he walked by, there she was. Jess, not 600 kilometers away, not grieving or soul-searching. She was sitting across from her ex laughing, touching his hand across the table, drinking sangria like she didn't just lie to the person paying half her rent. Mark froze. His stomach dropped. It wasn't just heartbreak. It was humiliation, disbelief, that cold, hollow feeling like the ground's been ripped out from under you. He didn't barge over, didn't cause a scene. Instead, he pulled out his phone. Snap, snap, a couple quick, clear photos. And then he walked away, quietly, calmly. But inside, a storm was brewing. That night, Mark stared at the photos on his phone. He didn't sleep, not out of sadness, but focus. He realized something important. The lease was month to month. And she, Jess, she wasn't on it. Suddenly, Mark wasn't a broken man. He was a man with a plan. The next morning, he called his landlord. The guy was chill. They had a good relationship. Mark gave his 60-day notice and explained everything. The landlord agreed to stay quiet and even helped set up viewings for potential new tenants when Jess was out. Mark, meanwhile, started looking for a new place. Quietly, strategically, like a man sharpening a blade. Now here's where it gets ice cold. For the next few weeks, Mark acted normal. Colder, yes. Distant. He brought up counseling again, but didn't push. He didn't initiate intimacy, but Jess wasn't offering it either. She, of course, had excuses. "I'm staying over at Megan's tonight," or "working late with Sarah." Mark just nodded, said, "Okay." But every lie she told, every night she didn't come home, he was packing, arranging movers, organizing his life and hers without her knowing. The day finally came. Early that morning, Mark's moving crew showed up. Professional, fast, and quiet. They started boxing up everything that belonged to him, which turned out to be pretty much everything. The couch, his. The bed, his. The kitchen appliances, his. Even the TV and the Wi-Fi account, his name. His money, Jess's stuff, a modest pile of clothes, toiletries, and a few decorative knickknacks. That's it. At around 10:30 a.m., Jess walked through the door, confused, groggy, probably hadn't even had her coffee yet. And that's when she saw the boxes. What the hell is going on? Mark didn't raise his voice, didn't gloat. He simply laid the printed photos on the coffee table, like a mic drop. Her, holding hands with her ex. Her, laughing like she had no secrets. Jess froze. Her eyes darted to movers, the boxes, the near-empty apartment. You're leaving?" Mark nodded. "You don't live here anymore. The lease was never in your name. I gave my notice. The landlord had been showing the unit for weeks while you were staying at friends." Right then, like a ghost summoned from the abyss, the landlord walked in. "Afternoon. I'm going to need the rest of your stuff out by midnight." New tenants move in 2 days, and I gotta clean and repaint. If it's not out, it's going on the curb. Jess just stood there, silent. No tears. No screaming. Just stunned. She had played the game, thinking she'd won. Thought she could cheat, lie, and keep the upper hand. But Mark flipped the entire board. As the movers finished up, Mark stood in the now bare living room. Jess's things were all that remained, a sad little pile in the corner like forgotten luggage. He snapped one last photo. No caption, no words, just her, standing alone, surrounded by the remnants of a life she destroyed with one lie too many. That photo still lives in our group chat to this day. We call it exile. Sometimes revenge isn't about screaming or slamming doors. It's about knowing your worth and walking away while the other person drowns in the silence they created. Mark didn't just get even. He took back control, his dignity, and his peace. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell us in the comments, what's the coldest revenge you've ever seen in real life? And don't forget to subscribe. We got more real life stories of betrayal and brilliant payback you won't want to miss.